Hey guys, real quick before this episode starts, I just want to give a quick disclaimer that the audio quality does suffer in this episode. It's our first time attempting a remote episode where we're not in the same place, and I totally recorded the wrong audio source on my end, and Sarah, as you'll see, is in a stairwell, which there's a little bit of echo that I tried to get rid of, but just letting you know that the audio quality isn't the best. We'll try better in the future episodes when we are not recording at the set. But without further ado, enjoy this episode of Let's Try That.
Welcome to Let's Try That, the show where we try things for 7 days. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Avery.
And let's talk about our most recent challenge, shall we?
Sure. So last week we tried a new food every day for 7 days.
And so what was your experience, Avery, with the food challenge?
I found it pretty challenging to find new food, and I feel like 5 of the 7 days I ate candy. Of some
I was
sort.
the same way. I think most of mine consisted of chocolate. Like, that hazelnut chocolate, though, I tried most recently. That was really good. But, yeah, it seemed to mostly consist of candy and not so good food.
It's just, not very convenient to try, a whole new food, really, when you're, busy throughout the week and stuff, and you, don't go out to eat anywhere. I did have, one actual meal kind of thing that was new. I had this homemade oat bar thing at a coffee shop that was pretty darn delicious, but other than that, it was all gas station stuff.
Which I did think was the Bobo's oatmeal bar, which is extremely good, but it wasn't that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately it was homemade.
Man, unfortunately.
But yeah, I don't know. It was not that different of an experience, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like I often go to the gas station and I'm just in the mood for something new. So I don't know if it was really life-changing.
I felt like for me, I took this challenge more so when I first developed this challenge as something to try something completely new as a meal. But then I ended up getting more lazy over the challenge and then started to go more for convenience purposes. So I started to go for those chocolate bars, those candy bars, or whatever that I haven't tried. But I never did try the kumquat that I told you guys that I would.
Never did. I think they're seasonal.
Because apparently they don't sell them at Walmart or King Soopers or anything. So
yeah, I think they're seasonal fruit, and maybe you can't get them in this area of the country. I don't know. I had them in South Carolina when I had them, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, I feel the same way, and I feel like a lot of the days, both of us, it was 9 p.m., and it was oh crap, I haven't tried anything new yet.
But we did try new drinks though. It wasn't food, but we did try I tried the melon Powerade, and then you tried the pineapple Fanta.
Yeah. And that same night we actually recorded a little clip that you can find over on our Instagram of us trying some new foods.
Let us try that. Let us try that.
Also, this is a remote episode because we're not in the same state right now.
Oh yeah, so remote episode. This is Avery on the phone.
What's up? I'm Avery on the phone.
Avery on the phone, and then this is me. I'm in Wichita Falls, Texas right now, so woo! I'm at a tennis tournament. So yeah, we're doing a remote podcast because the podcasts don't go away just because I'm in a different state.
Yeah, and there'll be a couple of remote episodes coming up in the next couple months because, first of all, we're both going on a trip next week, and then I'm going on a trip to South Dakota at some point. I think you're going somewhere at some point. There'll be some more remote episodes. But, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to Texas twice, and then we're going to Utah, so.
Yes, sir. But we'll be together for the Utah episode. Anyway.
Yes. Anyway.
So, yeah, I guess I would recommend trying this challenge, but maybe not in, a week format. More just maybe you and your friends are going to the gas station for some snacks one night or something, and it's just hey, challenge you to find something you've never had, and then it's just a fun little thing. I think that's probably the best way to go about this kind of a challenge, personally.
I did like it, though. I liked trying the different things. It did make me think about it. I was very cognizant of what I was doing, which it kept my mind in a certain place. So I liked that about it. And I also did try some new things that I did enjoy. Like I did try that hazelnut chocolate bar that I had recently. And then I had a new protein cookie, which is actually really delicious. It was all peanut butter. I loved it. And just a few like other candies. I finally tried the Payday. Paydays I don't really like that much, which I thought it would because it has like peanuts and caramel and all that, but it's not my favorite candy, but overall.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest thing it reminded me of is just like, I don't know, I feel like most like candy and snack type food like isn't very different from one another. Like I didn't have anything that was like totally new. You know, like as far as like the snacky candy kind of foods. It was just like, I mean, I've never had this specific thing before, but I've had stuff that tastes super similar to it before.
It's like I remember the first day of this challenge. It was that last Friday. And the first thing I tried was a new flavor of Nadamu ice cream. And it's like I've had Nadamu ice cream before, but I just wanted to try the strawberry cheesecake. So I knew what I was getting into with the ice cream itself. I just tried a new flavor. So it wasn't like completely a different change.
Yeah, I was similar on Friday, actually, because I was super busy on Friday, so I stopped at the gas station, like most days of this challenge, and the only candy I could find that I hadn't tried was Swedish Fish Tropical. So I pretty much knew what it was going to be, but it was just a different flavor of Swedish Fish that I hadn't had. So, like, similar kind of thing. I don't know. I think it was a good challenge, though.
Yeah, it was. It was good. I definitely recommend it to people who are trying to, like, find different foods that they enjoy, or maybe you don't know, maybe you're on a specific diet, let's say, and then you're trying to find different foods like suitable to that diet. I find it really helpful for that.
And maybe just
and
like
if you're just
plan it out a
feeling
little bit more,
adventurous and you want to try different foods too.
Yeah, and maybe just like plan it out a little bit more so you can like actually have meals and stuff that you haven't had, to like get groceries to be able to like cook something that you've never had kind of thing. That's what I was like kind of hoping to do, and then I just like didn't do that because it was like these challenges we think of them the day they start kind of thing. So it's not like we have time to prepare for most of them.
I was gonna meal prep for new foods, but I couldn't find anything that was, I don't know, that was in my price range and very delicious to try for a week. And I was like, well, it's one meal that I have prepped for an entire week, so it's not like a new food every single day. So I was like, well, that doesn't work. So that would only count as like one. Yeah, exactly. That would only count as one. So I'm like, well, then I have to go out and buy something different. So I was like, well, I won't do that. So I just ended up buying more like snack items, and it just made it more convenient.
Yeah, I think maybe this one just maybe works better as like a once a week or once a month or something like that. Like not every single day.
Yeah.
But anyway, what is our challenge? I guess I should introduce it, maybe.
Yes.
This remote podcasting is totally new. Okay. So yeah, this week we are going to be learning a new skill for 7 days, in 7 days. I don't know the proper syntax, but basically over the next week we're going to learn something new, basically a new kind of skill, or I guess a new skill or a new, I'm trying to think of like another word to put, but I guess skill is the only one I can think of. Basically just learning something new that like either we've been wanting to learn or it just like interests us or something like that. So what will you be learning over the next week?
So over the next week, I have decided that I want to learn Adobe After Effects. So I don't know much of anything about After Effects except what it can kind of do to help enhance video quality. And then I'm applying to this. Well, I have already applied and I had 2 interviews, but I'm possibly going to get this job. And they really want me to learn After Effects and know After Effects, the ins and outs. So I want to utilize that for an entire week to learn like the basics of After Effects, like different tools to use and just like basic programs. And also I just applied for Skillshare. This is not a plug for Skillshare, but not a sponsor. But I just got a Skillshare account and I'm super dedicated to learning After Effects. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next week. So
all I'll say is get ready for some headaches. It's a lot.
I know it is a huge program.
But it is also
a lot to learn.
Really awesome. Like, it's great, but it's a bitch to learn. Dang it! I just cussed. No that's
cussing.
3. And then so she's gonna be learning After Effects, or at least like you can't learn After Effects in a week. Let's get that straight. She's gonna start learning After Effects and get some basics, probably some motion graphics kind of stuff is what I would assume. Maybe some like really simple effects, but I'd say probably motion graphics and stuff is where you want to start and what they would probably want. Anyway, I'm going to be learning something that I've wanted to learn and tried learning for quite a long time, and that's double exposures. So if you don't know what that is, it's like the really cool effect where you see like trees in like a girl's face or something in a photograph. And first of all, it's like a film photography technique, the actual thing. I'm going to be doing it with digital photography, so that's mostly going to be post-processing, but I know there's a lot you can do in camera to help. And I don't know, I'm just going to hopefully get some good double exposure photos, and then I want to do like a good one in Utah because we're going to Utah right after this challenge is done. So that's kind of the goal, is to have a solid one in Utah.
Yeah, and I hope to, by the end of this week, talk to you guys a little bit about After Effects at least, because right now I'm at Sub-Zero. Like, I know what it is.
Sub-Zero, you're below even knowing.
So, yeah, I hope to at least explain, like, what this tool does and what I can do with this graphic and what I can do with this. So,
how annoying
cool.
the timeline is.
I'm super stoked for this challenge.
Yeah, I am too. I think it'll be a good one, and one that we could probably repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think...
just every week.
I think so.
Oh, man. But, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This is a pretty short one, I think. But
yeah, I don't know how long this has been. It feels like forever because I'm in a stairwell.
I have no idea what her framing looks like or anything, and I can't wait to get the footage. Oh, man.
I'm scared though. Like there are different people on different ends. Like there's level 2 and level 3. Level 3 is right here. Level 2 is below me, and there's people just all around slamming doors, and I'm like,
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm like, I'm stuck in a stairwell. What if there's a fire?
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting episode. To say the least.
Say the least.
Yeah, to say the least. But yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Try That. Be sure to follow us over on Instagram at lettuce try that. And
like iceberg lettuce.
Definitely, if you're listening to this on Spotify, go check out our YouTube channel where you can find the video versions of ourselves. This one would probably be a good one to watch, to see Sarah in a hotel stairwell.
For sure.
And also, if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can also listen if that's more convenient to you. We're available on Spotify. And we will see you guys in the next episode after we have tried to learn a new skill. And once we're back in the same state.
Yeah. Woo!
Other than
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.